Hey everyone, this is Darren here from Rogue Aquariums. About this time last year I started working on a project which is behind me here, and we got it done and installed here the end of January, first part of February. So I'm going to give you a tour of what I've been doing the last few months. So really excited to show this off here. So let's take a look. Alright guys, here's what I've been working on for the past year. Now, I started mulling over building another frag tank for a couple of different reasons. Number one, I could maximize the space of where I'm at right now. And number two, I could go ahead and start aquaculturing a lot of my own corals for resale. So I reached out to the builder who built my main display, which is behind me. And I told him what I'm looking for, and he said, sure, we can make this happen. So I had to wait for quite a few months because he was backlogged up. Now, the good thing I like about this builder right here is his attention to detail. A lot of acrylic manufacturers, not all, but some of them, they will flame polish the edges right here, which can put stress on the acrylic itself, and it can also lead to what they call a crazing. And this builder here, he hand polishes everything. Another good thing I like too is also his attention to detail. He bevels all the edges, which is kind of his signature stamp right here, which I really like about that. And like I said here, the tank measures 8 foot long. We'll kind of go down the side right here, give you a side view. And it's 30 inches wide and 14 inches deep. Now this tank is primarily going to be used just for LPS right here, and I'll be putting SPS in the tank next to it once I get that set up. It's already plumbed into this tank already. Also what he did is he made me these custom frag racks right here. Now these frag racks are 10 by 24, and I can put about 1,300 plugs here if I choose to, which is another added bonus here. And coming on the side right here, you can kind of get a side view of this and how deep this is. And it's, like I said, it's 14 inches tall. As far as the lighting goes, I decided to go with the same lights that I have on my main display. These are the Reef Bright Super Quad fixtures. They're two 4-foot XHO T5 combinations right here. I really like the linear spread that it gives on the tank right here. Kind of taking a view on the side. These are the XHOs on the back and the front right here. And like I said, they're running down all the way down the end. And as far as the T5s, I went ahead and first of all, I was going with the Coral Plus Blue Plus, Coral Plus Blue Plus, but I decided to go ahead. I wanted a different look. So I installed these Actinic Plus and Blue Plus also on here. It kind of gives it a different look, and you know, I like it personally. Now, you kind of notice that reflectors are gone off here. What happened was when I was running these lights, and these are about 10 inches off the surface of the tank, what it was doing, it was bleaching some of my corals right here. So I was running about 255 par down on the racks. So I took the reflectors off, and I lost about 90 to 95 par right off the bat here. So my corals are not affected by it at all now. They're actually doing a lot better than they were. So here's kind of a side view. As far as the mounting on the lights right here, we went ahead and used these brackets. These were welded by the same manufacturer, and then we sent them off for powder coat, and this turned out really, really nice. It's got a nice gloss to it, and I'm really happy with that. As far as the stability of the lights, we went to Home Depot, and we got this 8-foot section of aluminum right here. And the good thing about these lights here, the fixtures, they're 1/4 20. So we went and got the studs, and we went ahead and mounted them right to there. So it provides really good stability on these lights and not going anywhere. So wanted to make sure that it was level instead of kind of crooked right here all the way down. So that took a while to go ahead and do. But really happy with how these lights turned out, and as far as the spread that it gives them. Here's kind of a top-down view of the tank right here. Now, one thing I didn't talk about earlier about these lids, these were also custom built. These lids are made out of Lexan, as the same lids were on my sump. Now, these are also recessed in, and I've got some screens on here so I don't get any fish start jumping. Because I'm going to go ahead and put, you know, some wrasses in here, a couple of blennies, and you know, I don't want these guys to be toast here when they jump out of the tank. You kind of get a view right here where I ran the wiring right through here, and like I said, I drilled a hole right through the middle here, and I've got these are the wires here for the XHOs. The T5s are hidden, and they're running all the way up around through here. So I couldn't put everything all together. So like I said, here's the hole that we drilled and coming out right here. So I didn't want to have wires all over the place. Really happy with how this these lights turned out here as far as the frame and everything. To cover up the plumbing on the front of the tank with the sump, we went ahead and installed two 4-foot starboard panels here. These are the same panels that I use on my main display also. Now, it kind of gives it a nice aesthetic look, and also too, they're easy to clean. And if I do spill water on here or whatnot, it's just easy to wipe off. Now, these are held on by 3 magnets on the top and the bottom, and they're easy to pop off right here. The magnets are held in place by these small screws, and when I want to cover it up, I just simply put them back on. Kind of gives it a nice clean look, in my opinion. Alright guys, we're on the back of the tank here taking a look at the plumbing that was involved. It's going to go from right to left right here. I decided to go ahead and stay with the same color theme as my main display because, I like the red and white, and it has a clean look to it. Now, everything that was cut out already, and it was installed on the job to save time. And this project took quite a bit to get together and get this frag tank running. As far as unions go, these are scheduled 80. These are really beefy, and I don't have any problem with any leaking at all. All the piping came from BRS. They have plenty of different colors to choose from. I decided to go ahead and go with the red. I just like the look of it better. And a lot of plumbing involved here, especially on the back end. As far as the tank goes right here on the back, I decided to go ahead and do a black backing here. If I want to keep the door open, I don't have to worry about any algae coming in here and going through the back of the tank. And aesthetically, I like the look a little bit better. As far as the frame goes, this is 2-inch tubular steel, and the walls are 3/16 thick. Now, this frame here, when it was constructed, we decided to go ahead and use what they call a Linex on here. This kind of makes it impervious to salt. It's kind of like the Rhino liner you would see on the back of your truck. And I just like the look of this, and I don't have to worry about any salt creep, and it's easy to get off if there is any spillage or any water at all. On the back panels right here, this is made out of starboard. This is kind of the same panels that I just showed on the front of the tank. And also, a nice added touch right here are the feet on here. These are leveling feet. I can go ahead and adjust these, and the builder put these on here. That way I don't have to worry about anything. I can just go ahead and, because most garages here where my tank is, they're not level. So we put these on here. Here's the light rack right here, and I'll show you a front view later on. This was powder coated, and we've got it running through here with these bolts to hold this on, and I can adjust the light rack from different settings if I want to. Right now the lights are about 10 inches off the top of the tank. These handles here, these are for the overflows. These are constructed by the same builder, and I really like the look of these. These are really built really well, and easy on, easy off. You can kind of take a look at the overflow right here. These are also recessed as well. As far as the lighting goes on the back here, I'm running the T5s, as I said before, and I'm running the XHOs, so we couldn't put a bunch of wiring here. So what I did is right over here, I cut holes in there, and I ran the cords for the T5s up through the frame. And we just have the XHOs right here, and I went ahead and zip tied them to the frame right here. So it kind of gives it a cleaner look. Really happy with how this plumbing turned out here. Kind of stepping back here, I'm about 5 feet away from the back of the tank. One thing we did on the frag tank right here on the end is we cut out a section here. This is a box that was cut out, and it's about 6 inches deep. Now, I wanted some automation on this tank so I could keep my hands out of the tank more. So I'm running an apex off of here. Now, this apex is ran off of the main display over there. So what we've got here is 2 EB8 bars. Now, I'm running these plugs right here. These are made by a company called NecTech, and they're 1-foot plugs, and you can see they swivel. So versus the standard plugs, these are a lot better. They sit flush, they look a lot better, and I labeled everything so I know what I've got right here. And coming down to from the left here, this is the Octovario S controller. This is for the protein skimmer, and I've got this mounted here. And also right here, this is the controller for the Vector L2, as well as the MP40s. These are the controllers right here. Down to the left right here, we've got a DOS and a DDR setup right here. So I'm running the calcium and alkalinity. This is the Reef Coat AB from Brightwell, and I'm running this two-part right here. And this is also going to be coral aminos, and this is also going to be magnesium. And I'm going to hook these up later. Now, I'm really happy with how this turned out, and how I hooked this up is I ran a 30-foot Aquabus cable through here and all the way around to the main display. And if you look at right here, I got these grommets here. These were done by Harry's Aquatics down in Florida. He's done a lot of my 3D printed stuff for the main display as well as this tank right here. So I'm probably going to go ahead and have him make the controllers out of orange to stay with the Neptune theme. Okay, in this first compartment right here, we've got the Seachem filter socks. We've got 4 of them. These are 7 by 17 inch, and they're also recessed in too, just like the sump on the main display. And they're sitting on this 1-inch thick acrylic plate right here. As far as the, I'm using gate valves up here. These are the Spear gate valves, and these are rock solid. Yeah, they cost a little bit more money, but the quality right there is pretty much unparalleled. These two right here are running this frag right here, and this one here is off. But this is the gate valve for the SPS tank I'm going to be doing, and that's an 87 gallon. So, in this next section right here, I've just got some live rock, and I've got some. These are the Brightwell export bricks right there. So, and I've got my salinity probe right here from Neptune with a pH probe also. This section right here is where I have my skimmer. Using the Reef Octopus. This is the 250 INT. So I've had this running, I think, since about March. I've had the frag tank running since about February, and I added this on the month after. I really like this added touch right here. Not only are these Lexan lids flush fit, but the manufacturer, he went ahead and cut this. So all you're seeing right here is basically the collection cup to stop on evaporation. So the only holes I have here are right here to pull these out, and for the back for cord pass-through. So it was a really nice added touch right there. So this section right here is where I have my my 2 DC pumps. I'm using the Ecotech L2 and also the M1. So, and I've got my ATK right here. So this is kind of out of the way, which I really like. And this section over here is my ATO. I have my Trident sitting on here, so no worries, it's not going to fall through. It's sitting on top of this, and like I said, it's recessed. All these lids are recessed in, so it's not going to go anywhere. This is about approximately 30 gallons right here, so this is really nice. As far as the cord, running all the wires and everything, I just put this cheaper LED lighting up here, and I got it running down the course of the whole frag tank down here. These are pretty inexpensive. I think I paid about 25 or 30 bucks for this. And we've got these electrical chases right here. These are 2x2 inch. I got these out of Amazon. I've got 2 of them set up here. And I've got all my wires running through here, so you don't see a bunch of them. But really happy with the plumbing on the front of this and the back. And as you can see, the plumbing's all hidden. Kind of getting up here, you can see it down here, but it's all hidden back there. Really pleased with how that turned out. A nice added touch right here, if you notice that there's a lip right here that sticks out from the stand. This is where my panels sit, so they won't be touching the ground at all. That was a nice added touch that Clear Fabrications put on here. And if you notice right here, this is made out of starboard also, in case I get any kind of water spillage. It's easy to clean up, and there's no problem with any salt creep. So you can see it running down the whole length of the tank. Alright guys, that just about does it right here. I know this video is a little bit longer than what normally is, but I wanted to show everything off on this frag tank, including the tank itself, the sump, the lighting, the plumbing, everything that was involved on here, including the electrical components, you know, the apex. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And then there was a lot of time that went involved in this and a lot of planning, like I said. And this was not an easy project. It took a while to get this done, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So big shout out to Clear Fabrications for pulling this off here. Feel free to go ahead and leave your comment down below. Give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. It helps the YouTube algorithms. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. We'll talk to you later.